Welcome back, everybody, to another card unboxing. Today we have the Mega Starter Battle Decks. We have one for Mega Gengar EX and Mega Diancie EX. These were released September 5th in Japan, and the English versions of these, I believe, actually just released this past week, so they should be available now. I'm not sure how widespread the release is. I'm not sure if this is an online exclusive or if it is only in certain stores, but I do know that it is supposed to be available now. Now, obviously, with these being pre-built decks, we do know everything that we are going to get in them. They are the first expansion since Mega Symphonia and Mega Brave, and this is currently the only way to obtain the Mega Styles of these two cards, as well as some exclusive full art cards that you can only get in these decks that I believe will also be in the English versions as promos as well. And I'm also pretty confident that the set lists of these will be with the Inferno X to make the English release of Phantasmal Flames. Now, before we get into these, I did also bring some extra loose packs, just a little bit of stuff to check out. Since these are preset, I wanted to give us something to open just to keep the fun going. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to open the Gengar first, and then these 3 packs, and then follow that with the Diancie deck and these 3 packs. Without further ado, let's see if we can get this thing open. There has to have been a better way to do that as well. So this is all stuff that is used for the TCG game. I do not play the TCG. How do you even open the okay, they have a nice little tab here for us. So this is all stuff that you can use to play the TCG game. This is a guide, which I cannot read because it is completely in Japanese, but it folds out and you can see everything that you would need to learn how to play the trading card game. I do believe that we're going to try to learn at some point. You guys would like me to document my experience learning how this game is played, let me know, because I feel like it's a more complicated version of Pocket, and I have been playing Pocket version quite a bit since its release, and I enjoy the battling of that a lot. Damage counters, not sure what these are used for, but you can just punch those out. I think these are just different damage points, maybe. And then I believe this is the poison and this is the burn counter. Not sure what all the numbers are for. I'm assuming it's for how much health Pokemon is taken, or maybe how much damage it's done. Here we have a single playmat. This is a paper playmat. It's kind of similar to what I have below, but the one I have is an actual printed fabric one that I used. It's to keep the cards from getting damaged. Came in handy when I was opening the Mega Brave and decided to drop $450 gold card. This is the Japanese Gengar coin, Mega Gengar coin. You can tell because he's got that third eye and the big ass mouth. These are really different than the English coins. The English coins I feel like are a lot bigger, and I feel like most of them are metal or they're a denser plastic. But this one, while it's nice and shiny, very small, and it's like a fine plastic. I actually have some English coins nearby here to compare. So this is an English Victini coin. You can see that is a bit bigger, and maybe even slightly more reflective. And then this is a metal Lugia coin from years ago. I do prefer these metal coins quite a bit. I feel like there was a chunk of time where they made dual molded ones where they had like a black background or black rubber and then a reflective version as well. And I think they should bring that back. Now that all of the bulk is out of the way, we can get into what you guys actually came for, which is the cards. And they come in this little plastic brick. If I can figure out how to get this open. There we go. And we are actually going to do somewhat of a pack trick and move some of these cards to the back or off to the side, because I believe the EXs are there. Full art is there. And then I think there's an item as well that's reflective, like an ace spec. Let's flip this around, and we have Ghastly at the front. I believe we did this right. And we're not going to go through them quite as meticulously as if we were opening something. We're going to kind of just take a quick glance unless there's some night artwork. We've got Ghastly, 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 4 Ghastlies, Haunter, 2 Haunters, 2 Murkrows, Honchkrow, Sableye. Now that actually is a Sableye that I really, really like. That looks so nice. 2 Sableyes, 2 Absols, an Eternatus, a Tatsugiri, Poffins, Ultra Balls, Rare Candies, I think this is Transfer, Trade. We have another Mega Signal. And now the one thing that I wanted to check is if you notice, this little symbol in the bottom here says MBG. Now the Mega Brave is a different set. I believe it is Mega 1L, and the Mega Symphonia is Mega 1S. So even though this card was in those sets as well, this is technically a different one for collectors and will be getting its own space in my Mega Evolution binder because of that bottom part where it's marked MBG with the 15 out of 21. And the same is going to go for Night Stretcher, this helmet, Air Balloon, Iris, 4 Iris. I believe this is Boss's Orders, the Getsis, Lily's Determination, and a bunch of Dark Energies. Now that all of that is out of the way, let's see if I did this right. I'm gonna put the item at the front. I think that's correct. Flip this around. That is so nice. Look at the quality on that holographic. That is insane. I've never seen this pattern before. Oh god, that's gorgeous. That is beautiful. So the A-Spec items, I don't know how or why they decide to make some of these items like this full purple. I don't know if there is a difference for them in the TCG game or if it's just a rarer version of an item, but by god, does that not look nice. So immediately after that, we have the Mega Gengar EX. Now this actually matches the other the other EX Pokemon that we've seen in the other Mega Evolution packs. And so we do get 2 of these, which is good because, as I mentioned in my earlier videos, I think I want to do a display, and I haven't decided if I want to do all of the regular EX or the SIRs yet. And then at the very end, we have a Haunter. That is gorgeous. Look at the shine on that. That's a nice color choice too, with the bold lines and having the green and the orange in the background. It really pops. So the other thing I wanted to mention with these Mega Gengar and Mega Diancie EX cards is because they show up in these battle decks, they don't have any gold versions or SIR versions similar to the other EXs. I'm not sure if we're going to get those in a later set. I know there's a high-class set that's supposed to be releasing in Japan in November that's going to feature a lot of Mega Evolutions and has a pretty high number. I am hoping that we get gold cards and SIRs of these, because I would love to include these Mega Evolutions in a display or a binder together. And while having 2 of the regular EX is good for that, I might go in the direction of the SIRs because of how nice they look, and if I do end up doing that, I'd prefer to include Gengar and Diancie in that as well. 2 in there. Beautiful. Now that that is done, let's get into these 3 packs. Now we have already pulled the Gold Lucario, but I would love to pull the Gardevoir or the Charizard as well. Let's see what we've got. We've got Goldengo, Tinkatink, Sandshrew, Nickit, and Hariyama. Oh, I have terrible luck throwing these cards. This is actually a fantastic rare for us to get because I believe this and the Lucario EX, the regular EX, not the gold, are the only base set cards that we are missing. I'm intelligent. I swear I'm intelligent. Or at least literate. I've been known to be literate from time to time. But when a camera is on and Pokemon is involved, my brain goes out the window and all I can focus on is shiny cardboard. We have the Mystery Beach with Spoink, Beware, Snover, and a Clawitzer or Clauncher. I can never remember. Now the Inferno X, I don't have anything good from yet. And we don't have any videos of Inferno X up on the channel yet, but I do have a booster box that I've been sitting on that I'm itching to open. So hopefully we don't get anything too crazy, but I would not complain about a full art or one of those gold Charizards. If I pull two gold Charizards, or sorry, if I pull two gold cards, period, I think I need to just stop recording and start buying a lottery ticket every day. We have Arkelodon, Prinplup, Trapinch, Cottony, and Sharpedo EX. This is why I got playmat specifically for that. That is great. This is the first EX I've pulled from Inferno X. Oh, that is gorgeous. I've been playing a lot of Legends ZA this week. I'm now thoroughly in the post game, and I used him for the first time. I used a Sharpedo, Mega Sharpedo on my team. And I was always aware that his attack stat was high, but I was never aware of how much of a glass cannon he really is in battle. I feel like every other turn, Mega Evolving him was a gamble. Moving on to the Mega Diancie battle deck. Be a little gentler opening this one. Ah, okay. There's tape on the sides. That makes sense. That explains why I ripped the last one. Pull these up and this over. Slide these out and open it this way. Put those cards over there. So in this set, you get the same bulk that you received with the Mega Gengar deck, except the playmat or the instruction manual, whichever one this is now Diancie themed, and it has the pink color scheme as opposed to the black and purple, and the coin that you receive is a pink Diancie coin as opposed to a purple Gengar coin. This one I think looks a little busier. I think I definitely prefer the Gengar coin. It just looks more like the Pokemon. This one, if you're not familiar with what you're looking at, it just looks like lines. These decks are so hard to open. Pull this apart. There we go. If I can get this up without completely screwing the edges of these cards. There we go. There we go. Now we can just slide these out, and we will go 1 Diancie, 2 Diancie, full art, and item. Flip this around. And we have 1, 2 Snubbles, Granbull, Cresselia, Meloetta, Mimikyu, 3 Milcery, 3 Alcremie, another Tatsugiri, but as you can see, this one is MBD, or I believe Mega Battle Deck Diancie. And then we have the 2 Poffins, 4 Ultra Balls, 2 Trades, Mega Signal, Night Stretcher, some Psychic Energy, so some of the items in this are different. Unless these were also in the Gengar deck, and I don't remember. Or were they Dark Energies in the Gengar deck, or is this a different card? Not sure. Then we have 2 Air Balloons, 4 Iris, 2 Boss's Orders, 4 Lily's Determination, Secret Garden, and a bunch of non-hollow Psychic Energies. Getting into these now. Flip these around, and that's so shiny. Wow, the colors on this, I think, they don't pop as much as the Gengar deck, but they're a lot more pleasant to look at. I really like that blue and dark pink. I think it contrasts, or sorry, it doesn't contrast, it lines up very nicely. The standard card. You can see that nice grain and sparkle all across it. I do think Gengar's attack animation looks a little better too. I kind of prefer the swirl pattern or the slash pattern versus what looks like they're just kind of flashing some sort of light. I mean, it makes sense for Diancie, it's just, I think it makes the card a little more underwhelming. One Diancie, two Diancie, and the full art Meloetta. This is the exclusive for the Diancie box, and this is also absolutely gorgeous. It doesn't have quite as much appeal to me as the Haunter did, but I do think the artwork on this is gorgeous. I wish they made more full art cards, kind of like this in the Haunter, where it's just a brightly colored picture of the Pokemon doing something. I feel like with a lot of them, they try too many effects, or they just do a 3D model of the Pokemon, and it kind of makes it look underwhelming. I'd almost prefer just really pretty art, where the Pokemon is really center stage and you get a lot more detail, or you get something really, really creative in it. And lastly, we have what appears to be a cape. I don't know what this item is, but it's got that same... This might be my favorite holographic pattern that they've done for items. The shine on that is just insanely good. If you know what this is, comment below. I want to know if these A-Spec cards are more useful or less useful for the TCG, and I know that the second this camera is off, I'm not going to look it up. The last 3 packs that we're going to be opening today. Hopefully we get something good in here. There's not too much that I think we're missing now in Mega Brave. Oh, jeez. But I would not mind getting that Lucario EX, or maybe another one of the EX Pokemon SIRs, just to kind of balance it out. We have Gumshoos, Shroodle, Bulbasaur, Tyrogue, and Goldango, and there we go. I'm getting better at opening these. And Mega Brave, I was terrified, and then in Symphonia, I think I was going way too fast. One to the front, flip around. We have Forest, we have Routes, Nincada, Beware, and at the end, Pyroar. Pyroar also got a Mega in Legends ZA, and I think it is very underwhelming. I think a lot of the Megas in these games, they're very goofy or they're very under-designed. I don't mind a lot of them. I think as long as the inspiration is good and the design is clear, I like it, but stuff like Pyroar just didn't really click for me. Alright, and now we have a Bronzong, Charmander, Carvanha, Smeargle, and Dawn. Dawn has a full art in this set that I think is absolutely gorgeous, and I would love to pull that when the Inferno X, when I get around to opening the Inferno X booster box. With that, everybody, we are done. We have some pretty good stuff here from the Diancie battle deck, the Gengar battle deck, and that Sharpedo that we pulled from Inferno X. All in all, I definitely think this Haunter card is my favorite, but I'm not gonna complain about any of these. They're definitely all good, all going in the binder. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. Please let me know if you'll be picking up either of these battle decks and which one was your favorite. And please let me know if there is anything that you would like for me to open next. If you have not seen the Mega Brave or Mega Symphonia videos, I apologize. The quality of them is not quite as good, but there are significantly better pulls. And with that, we will see you next time.